Hello everyone, welcome back to Railbound. I have 8 puzzles left. I'm going to poke the 6s for a bit first before going back to the 4s. So 6, 4C here. Oh gosh, okay. So at the moment I have this. Crash. Also crash. Can I get 3 to turn back on itself to the left after 1 has passed by? Because that's going to be a crash. Or that gets 3 there too soon. What if, instead of this, I do that? Right, that's all far too close together. Then I could do this in some capacity. Alright, well, not the answer. Does 2 ever get away? It does. But I feel like this might be closer to what I want. Let's try changing this here. That's good. Eventually 3 should make it. Alright. Always nice to start with a reasonably quick win. So, 6-9A. Let's just poke 6-9, see what was going on here. We just had to add the extra loop around to get past this gate with this button. That doesn't seem bad at all. So 6-9-10 is not what we want. We want 6-9A. Clearly, I've been here before. Let's scrap this. So we know that these tiles can't be used because they can't merge into any of this. So that's almost certainly guaranteed, as is that. So the problem I was having here is if 2 was to come this way, it will always turn left first until this button is hit. But to hit this button, we have to come in from this side. And we can't bridge that gap through the center. That's a crash. So I wonder if we're going to have to make some kind of square out of all of this. Because we can do something akin to that, and then we can make these all join up together. Ah, yeah, that's a problem. But we can't drive them directly into one another, because that will be a crash. Like that. So, then we can't send 2 back on itself, because then that will just crash where it started. So, what else can we do, is the big question. This and this are going to... I wish I could, like, lock those in, but, you know, I can't. The one's coming up here. If 2 ends up there, we can have that loop round. Now, if I do this, that can't work. That could work, except this switch is going to send them off to the other side, right? And 2 ends up going the wrong way first. I can't do this because we can't send them both to the right off of this point. So I'm not sure how to get 1 and 2 up into the meat of the puzzle together. Because we can't do this, and then we can't do the reverse, and we can't have them crash into one another. So I don't think we end up using this tile. If we use these, presumably this, and this, and this, and this, we don't have very much left. Assuming that those need to connect to those in some fashion, that leaves us with 1 tile. We could double loop one of these sides around. That would be kind of valid, though I'm not sure how helpful it becomes. And if we're going to do that, if something is going to come back this way, that has to be a loop as well. So I think it's going to be some combination of these loops in triplicate sending somebody around a bunch. But the timing on this isn't great. I can't seem to find any version of these changes that gets 1 to not crash into 2. So what if it was on this side instead? Well, the problem there is that 2 can't escape up in this direction. And that's a crash. The last type of option would be perhaps something like this, but I'm not a big fan of leaving this point open here with no out for anything. Because as soon as we go over this green switch, that's going to change direction into the void. This results in 2 crashing on itself. And this is another one of those where that crash happens, seemingly inevitably. We can't have this go this way because anything that comes back is going to crash on itself. We can't do this. We can't do this because then the second one always crashes where the first one came out. So I think it has to be this to start, and then we have 5 more pieces, which is not a lot. This I don't think I tried yet, a big loop on this side. But it's still just a crash. We can't have this come back round onto itself and crash at this side. And we can't just put this into an infinite loop. So where can I put 2 that isn't anywhere here? Because no matter what happens, it seems to want to just crash. Can't be this. Can't be this because when that gets around, that crashes. This leaves me with no spare tracks. I don't know. But we're stuck behind that for looking at other levels. So it's either solve one of these really quickly or start taking hints. Now, this has continued to just baffle me. We've got these 2 tunnels on the right that connect to one another, and then these 2 on the left that connect to one another. But the problem is going over the yellow switch an odd number of times so that this gate is ultimately raised. I don't even know what I'm thinking is going to happen here. Well, it started okay. Can't ever be that. Without the spare track, I can't turn that onto itself, but we could do something like that. No, because that does that, but we have no extra tracks, so 3 isn't enough to turn on in itself. We can't have this turn into a 4-way junction. We can connect these 2 to something. Don't know what. Now these guys are in a loop. Those guys are crashing. These guys are in a loop. I don't know. I've fought that one so much. And then this one feels to be just about the same puzzle in a slightly different rendition. It's the yellow gate. Needs to go up once. All the other points are annoying. This tunnel comes out to there, so this is where we have to finish up. But 2 has to get in behind 1, eventually, without being on the line that has both of them hit yellow twice. So, how do we do that? If that hits yellow once, this is not it. That's a crash. My brain can't begin to pass where a solution might be for these. So let's go back to 6. I feel like I'm near the correct solution with some variation of this. So let's take a hint with this. I think is close. It's just where is 2 going to end up so it don't crash. So it doesn't crash. Let's take a hint. Interesting. So this will get 2 going in the opposite direction around the circle to start. But because these 2 make a circle, then it can't accidentally come back on itself. I was so close. I was so close. Alright, let's keep this train rolling then. Oh good. It feels just like all the other puzzles I struggle to do with gates and switches. 2 is stuck. 3 is going right. Which means 1 is coming left. That leaves us with 2 tracks. Let's just see. I'm going to guess that 3 actually needs a longer gap between it and 2 so they don't crash together. Oh, well, there you go. Nice when that happens. Right. Gosh, that's so many switches. So this is the only red switch to get the points to change. And it has to be hit because we can't exit with either direction unless we get onto infinite circles. But we don't want to get onto infinite circles for everybody too early. How does this look? Terrible, because 1 is going to the left to begin. Then 2, what if 2 comes in? 2 can't come in behind 3. I have 1 track to spare. Oh my goodness. There is so much going on here. Right, let's scratch all of that because it's probably all wrong anyway. I don't know why my brain wants to think that, like, so that goes left, and that goes left, and then that works into there. Then we have 3 hitting this switch, which makes it go left. So we need something to come back onto itself. Then if 3 goes out furthest, comes back. This goes left. 3 passes it, goes left. 2 passes it, going to the right. 1 passes it, going to the left. Probably isn't right because of how this doesn't have a way to go. Not super terrible, it's just not quite there. I just don't know where I could take a piece of track from that currently isn't used at all for all of this. If I could get 1 over there a little bit slower, that would help. So I can just get 1 off of the board. But I don't know that that's going to be working out how I want it to. There's just, with this grid system, there's so many options of where to put anything. One comes off following 2, 3. If we hit this, something's going to have to come back round in this direction. Something's going to have to go there. In fact, let's scratch that. We have 15 tracks. Let's assume we need this, this, and this. This, this, and this. That, and that. That leaves us with 4. This has to go somewhere. That leaves us with 3. So with 3 extra, we could put 1 here. We could put 1 there. We could put 1 here. We could put 1 there. We could put 1 there. We could put a line of 3 going all the way through here as well. So that's not so many choices. It feels like a lot of choices. 3 is going to go through here, come down there. One goes that way. It's going to get to this before red does, but with the loop, sets it on the right course. So that's fine, I think. 2 ended up going left here immediately after following 3. So if we do this, I think 2 ends up crashing where 1 starts after the point change. No. What if we do that instead? Are they going to crash on the loop? Right, that's not ideal. Where do I want to put 2? What if 2 came in behind there? Too soon? That's just a whole load of nope. Not gone great either, has it? There's so many options. If this is our fundamentals, it's just about where can everything else cross over itself. I could bring 3 in behind 2. But then this is going to send it to the left and that's not ever going to work out. I think if this is going to go to the left somewhere, this has to come down and this might have to come up in some manner. That leaves 1 piece remaining available. Either this or this one. But I'm not really sure in what order. That was not bad. That was not bad. Now it's just a big old game of reorganizing every possible option until something works. So close. Because if 1 got through, then 2 gets through. So how can I delay 2 by 1 tile? Again, 1 tile gets them to hit one another here. I think this is good. Hey! Excellent. 6-9D next up. Right, well these loops are fixed in place to start. And 2 and 3 are going to be on those loops until we do something about it with 1. Which is going to be interesting. And what's also going to be interesting is that as we come in, we're going this direction first because of this point. So I'm guessing we're going to have to come over here and hit this first. As we hit this, we're going to come out of the opposing side's tunnel. And so if I do this right now, 3 is going to escape, which then immediately hits the button as it goes off in that direction. Which is a nightmare. Let's assume I need those. and this in some capacity. How about that as well? And maybe some of this. Okay. Let's loop that back on itself. See what happens. 2 gets away. Are we on a loop? We are on a loop, okay. Then what if we make that loop on the opposing side? We crash. I just need to get some way to get 3 and 2 not to crash into each other, and to get to where they're going, which I know is always the objective of the puzzles. Now we're in a loop again? No? Maybe? Yes. Now we're in a loop again. Okay, then let's get rid of this and add this. Definitely not. What if that goes that way? Now I think we're in a loop. Man, these resulting loops are not pretty, are they? We stick that in there and that in there, why not? What changes? Alright, now we're just in a really big loop. I somehow got that to change its order. Yeah, that's very not right. So this was good. We liked this because 1 gets home, doesn't it? I drag 3 off of there right as 1 is getting to where it's going. That passes it around 2. We're going to need that to do that, perhaps? Right, if that's a crash, then this. Are we in a loop again? Damn it. This a crash? Yes, because they crash on this tile. I guess we could do that instead, see how that goes. That goes great. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is the blues done. Join me then for one last episode next time where we will go over these last 3 puzzles in 4 and we will be done with what exists in the game now. I think there is going to be some updates with more puzzles in the future, but just these 3 left to go. For now, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.